Hey, what's going on everybody? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about what balance in the Force truly means. This is an extremely old topic that people have been wondering the real answer for years. And I've been doing a lot of thinking on this topic, and I think I finally have a set answer for it. And we're going to get into that answer right now. But before we get into that answer, I just want to say that if you do want daily Star Wars content, I do post on this channel every single day, so make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you're looking for that kind of content. So throughout Star Wars, the Force and its practitioners are viewed in a religious light, and sentiments such as "May the Force be with you" or the mentions of the will of the Force are older than the Jedi themselves. So it's very important to note that the Force should be viewed with some level of sentience. That's not to say the Force is necessarily a god in its own right, but it does suggest some divine order to the ways that things should be, a balance if you will. With that being said, it is important to remember that while the Force can be used in any way by a Force sensitive being, that being a light side mind trick or dark side lightning, it is the intention behind the use that is important. Did the Force will it so? So the actual idea behind the Jedi versus the Sith isn't necessarily that the Jedi were good and the Sith were bad. The quintessence of the Jedi's belief system was to follow the will of the Force, never acting, through the Force or otherwise, to change or interfere with the outcome of events, simply to observe and to maintain balance. The Jedi Code states, "There is no emotion, there is peace. There is no ignorance, there is knowledge. There is no passion, there is serenity. There is no chaos, there is harmony. There is no death, there is the Force." Each of these tenets not only suggest how a Jedi should behave, but how they should use the Force. They all reference some sort of oneness, or in essence, balance. The Sith, on the other hand, bend the Force to their will, using it for their own selfish purpose. We can see this represented in their own code, which states, "Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion I gain strength. Through strength I gain power. Through power I gain victory. Through victory my chains are broken. The Force shall free me." We can see that these tenets have no such focus on balance. The code itself reads like a mantra one might use to reinforce independence and living in the moment. There are no sentiments encouraging the Force user to be diligent in their use of the Force. So the actual difference between Jedi and Sith in general terms is that the Force uses a Jedi to enact its will, while a Sith uses the Force to enact theirs. Balance was believed to be achieved by only using the Force to achieve and maintain the rightful order of the universe, and by extension removing anyone that would seek to bend the Force to their will, particularly in such a way that it disrupts the general balance of the universe. So while there might be way too many Jedi using the light side, that's ultimately fine as long as they are only using the Force when it actually wants to be used, and how it wants to be used. In theory, a Jedi could use the dark side just as much as the light, and it wouldn't be a problem. Except the dark side corrupts, and eventually the user will find themselves seeking more power or acting for themselves. This is what makes Sith a problem. It is not that the Sith use the dark side of the Force, but that they use the Force for themselves. It's that they use the Force in a way that disrupts the balance. However, we as the audience know that the Jedi of the prequel era were not necessarily following or obeying the will of the Force. They had themselves brought an imbalance upon the Force, not by the sheer number of people using the light side, but how they were using it. Something often found throughout religion is the idea of non-intervention. Gods do not interfere with the lives of man, so too is the Force. The Jedi of that era followed the will of the Republic, not the Force, and thus their own use of the light was just as disruptive as the Sith use of the dark. It is in this way that Anakin ultimately fulfilled the prophecy of the Chosen One, by reducing the sheer number of Force users, Jedi or Sith, that were disrupting the natural order of existence. So I hope you guys enjoyed what my view of balance in the Force truly means, and I do believe that this is the true meaning of what balance in the Force means. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like on the video, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I post videos like this every single day. Also, if you have any ideas or suggestions for videos that I should do in the future, make sure you leave those in the comments. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you on the next one.